Hello dear subscribers, Namaste. Welcome back to the channel Know Your Mind. The word motivation itself is a magical. In today's video, I have come up with a theory which is most famous and most accepted about motivation. In our day-to-day life, we may be motivated by a quote, maybe by a person, maybe by a speech, or maybe by a actions, or maybe by a situation. Motivation is a psychological process where a human gets into fulfill his desire or a goal, maybe long term goal or maybe short term goal or maybe life goal, a thing which motivates us keeps on going. That's called motivation. It's a purely a psychological stimulant behavior of a human. There are many theories about this motivation and there are many types of motivation. Generally, the types are intrinsic motivation, extrinsic motivation, and positive motivation, negative motivation, financial motivation, non-financial motivation. About motivation. Talking about motivation, we may not be enough with the day. So, I have come up with a specific portion of motivation, that is Maslow's theory of hierarchy or hierarchy motivational theory or need theory, desire theory of motivation. This theory is purely a intrinsic motivational theory. I will tell you the difference now about intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. Extrinsic motivation is something which we motivate from outside source. That is, I told you, from a person, maybe from an action, maybe from a quote. When you go and see somebody, they may inspire you or they may motivate you. Their action may motivate you. A quote in a paper can motivate you. These all are things what are external motivation. The internal motivation is something which generates inside a basic human tendency or desire or need which keeps us motivating for a life, okay, which makes us to get up from the bed and go to work or do something to attain something, to get it something in our life which we need, which we desire. This motivation which comes from inside or within is called as intrinsic motivation, okay. Now this Maslow's theory is purely an intrinsic motivational theory. How a human being get motivated by themselves, what are the needs, what are the desires they makes us to achieve our goals in life or to move on in our life or motivate ourselves daily in our life. The Maslow's has given a 5 hierarchy of needs. The basic level, the first one is the physical needs or a biological needs. Here comes your hunger, thirst, or a reproductive needs, or a like air, water, food. Like we want food, we want water. What we'll do to earn a food? We go and do some task, and or we get a food by basic need. The second level with the security need, the employment, security, a salary, or privacy. These all needs comes under. In third sector, the social need, he has focused on the human behavior like love, friendship, intimacy, family, grouping. These kind of a needs he goes and he tries to fill up. Then the fourth level, he tries to get his self-esteem needs to be met. That is freedom, self-respect, then the recognition, status. These kind of a needs will be comes under the fourth level. Then next comes the ultimate, that is fifth level of need, the topmost level of need, that is called growth need, that is self-actualization. A self-actualization is nothing but a person is doing maximum of his capability, where the person is very happy within himself and he is very happy with his surrounding. This is a state, it's a topmost growing kind of a need or a status where the person actually does his highest potential to the society and to himself. These are the 5 levels of needs and desire explained by the Maslow's for our day-to-day motivation. First, the person tries to meet the basics, then goes for a second one, then he goes for a third one. These kind of a way the person gets and motivates to one by one for attaining the goal. He says that if the basic needs are not met, the primary needs are not met, then there will be an unfulfillment and there will be a psychological effect on a person. Any defect in any level of a attainment of these goals, then that may lead to psychological problem or an unsatisfied behavior or defect. And the default of this theory, the other theories which explains are, there may not be a attainment of first level. The person may cope with a situation or a kind of need which may not be met and may further go for a secondary and tertiary level for coping with the good kind of things, and he may move on. But in this Maslow's theory, he says the first needs must be met, then we go to the other need. But as he told, any defect or unsatisfied in the level of need may lead to a unsatisfied or a problematic behavior. This beautiful theory gives us a desire levels or the need levels of a human beings, which will help us to understand the human behavior very effectively and easily. So this theory is most accepted and most famous theory of motivation, the intrinsic motivation, which makes us get motivated by our innates. Okay, I hope this video is useful and you may be able to know what are the human levels of desire and which makes us to get motivated for further. If you like the video, please like, share, comment and subscribe the channel, and it's time to know your mind.